Yo, Psycho, what is going on? Good to see you. How are you doing this fine afternoon? I know I'm doing good. I just can't tell you how good of a week this is going to be. Oh man, I feel good this afternoon, Psycho. But let's go ahead and get the formalities out of the way, shall we? Yo, peoples!
This seems to be Wangshu Inn. Compared to Joyun Karst, this place seems basic. Are we really gonna find an Adeptus here? Let's take a look. Paimon reckons he'll be on the balcony. Doubt we're gonna find him in the kitchen.
Huh, I never noticed that her leggings looked completely different on either side. But here we are with more Genshin Impact. Well, yo, people's Kyushu92 here, and welcome back to more Genshin. I wanted to let Paimon speak. Also, I had to moderately change how I wrote the intro for the broadcast, because apparently you can't write Wangshu without it seeing it as you saying, without it having a problem with the Wang part, and apparently it pretty much, it pretty much just axed my entire title, so I had to come up with a supplementary way of doing that, and, you know, I could edit it on YouTube after the fact. But here we are in Wangshu Inn. This is where we left off the last time. So let's see if we can find this Adeptus. Last time we left, we were talking with all the Adeptus, all the Adepti, like the different cranes and the big old deer guy, but now we're coming here to progress the story a little bit more. Ah, perfect, cutscene.
Oh, he's not here?
To the blind, everything may not be as it appears. A sigil of permission? You came prepared. Though this only prevents me from hurting you myself, doesn't stop you from getting hurt in other ways.
Paimon doesn't get it.
Too much contact with our world is breaking the rules. Mortal souls are not as robust as those of Adepti, nor can your blood carry this level of adeptal energy. It's for your own good. Leave. Now.
Wait a sec, we came here
Excuse you? How dare you? How dare you try to tell me to leave? What's wrong with you?
peeved. All he does is think about himself. Paimon wants to give him an ugly nickname. But if you tick off an Adeptus, the only thing you'll probably ever find in treasure chests is cabbages. Blech. Guess we should go ask the boss lady of the inn about just how she manages to talk to Adepti.
Alright, time to find the boss lady. Alright. Hello. A distinctive but elusive dress sense, define yet atypical facial features, and followed around everywhere by floating elf companion. Nope, can't place you. I'm just now meeting you. What are you talking about? Who are you? This is not the voice that would be coming off you, Yelena. Or tell me about your husband. Or tell me about that Adeptus.
Oh, you've already met Xiao. Not bad. Not often he's in a good enough mood to agree to see people.
That's his good mood?
Oh yes, the Adepti are very hard to come by. Many people go their whole lives praying to them, never once actually getting to see one. When the Geo Archon built Liyue, he borrowed power from the Adepti. but most of them only know how to protect Liyue by fighting. So for many millennia, it has instead been humans who have led Liyue.
You really know a lot, huh, boss lady?
It's not boss lady, it's just boss. Anyway,
I hear a dog nearby.
seeing as you have the favor of the Adepti, things should be a lot easier. Well, if you want to know my opinion, if you keep Xiao in a good mood, things should be okay.
Good mood? Can't really
Yo,
imagine
D-Struck,
what a
what's
good
going
mood
on?
looks like for that vigilant
How are you?
yaksha.
Will be interesting, won't it? Come to think of it, I've never seen him smile either. How about this? You go see the chef for a bowl of almond tofu and a plate of whatever it is you're best at making. Almond tofu is one of the few human foods Xiao likes. The other dish is up to you.
Up to us, eh? What do you think you're the best at cooking?
I've never made a Maha Manjusaka hot pyro slime before. Doing great, finally home after 3 months of college? Well, congratulations, Destruct. I hope all went well for you over there in college, and I hope you get to enjoy this resting period while you're at home. I really do hope you get to enjoy the rest. I know this week is something else. This week is going to be something else, and I'm just I'm just excited for it.
Really hard to screw that one up, right?
Yes, I'm good at making satisfying salads. Make a delicious, satisfying... I really have to make a delicious, satisfying salad. I have to make it. Hello, doggo. Can I pet? Can I pet? I cannot pet. What kind of game is this? You make $1 million every single month and you can't make it so you can pet the dog? Oh, wait. Here's a kitchen. Oh, this is where I need to go in order to make this satisfying salad. Recipe, almond tofu. Hey, I learned how to cook something new. Get out that chair. We cooking. Ain't nobody tell you to sit down. Did we get all the food? Did we grab it all? Okay. Hold on. Satisfying salad. I have every... Satisfying salads! Old school SpongeBob fans will know that one. Definitely not like the SpongeBob we know of today, where it's trying its best to be Ren and Stimpy. Xiangling, if you don't mind. Perfect! Hey, and we got a bonus satisfying salad as well. Well, thank you. Then we have Adeptus Temptation. I need more meat, I need shrimp, and I need what appears to be... What is that? I can't tell. Ooh, stuff I can add to my bestiary. Okay, talk to the chef. The chef is... Where is the chef? Is the chef up there? Oh wait, there's a book right there. Hold on. Ah! I didn't mean to use my super move! There's the chef. Where's the dash? Okay, that's the dash. I'm really surprised that there is no actual... I feel like this is more a dash than a dodge. I feel like there should be a dodge button of some kind. Which part of Genshin is single player and which is multi? Pretty much the majority of Genshin is single player. I think you have to get to a certain adventure rank in order to, try and co-op with people. I myself have never tried co-op, despite the messages that pop up of people wanting to join into my world, but for the most part, it's pretty much single player until you choose to play with someone. I am pretty sure you can go through all of Genshin and never touch multiplayer at all because they both exist in the exact same world. From my understanding, at least.
Can't you see I'm on a break, kid? Scram.
No, I can't see that you're on a break. I can't even tell. I'm just now finding out that you are on a break. So kind of rude of you to assume that I automatically knew that you was on a break before I even came to you. I don't even know who you are. So, you're rude.
Scram.
Whoa. This chef guy's service is about as good as that Wagner guy's back in Mondstadt.
I see. If it's for the boss, then guess I don't have a choice now, do I? But my heart's not really in it right now. Not enough to make a dessert as painstaking as almond tofu.
Well, luckily I know how to make it.
A fencer's hand must be steady. So too must the hand of a chef. But my hands, they're not steady. Because, a traveler once told me that this inn is haunted. And then just now, in the kitchen, I saw something. Something not right.
Look at Paimon with a little scared face.
This chef looks so intimidating, but speak of ghosts and he becomes weak.
I keep thinking, even Wangshu Inn isn't safe. I can't keep a steady hand for something like almond tofu.
So basically, Genshin is free single-player open-world game, and is actually so amazing. Wow. Yeah, it actually is open world. It really is open world. Where I started is, I'm on the, I want to say the most western side of the map, western lower side of the entire map, or at least in that direction. But the map is huge, and I have not even unlocked all of it yet. I'll show you after this. I'll show you how much more I have to unlock. Because a lot of people who have been steadily playing this game consistently, they've unlocked more locations than I've been to already. The map is already huge, but I've yet to scratch the surface of it, to be quite honest.
Alright, in the name of high-quality almond tofu, we need to go check this kitchen out.
Okay, so let me show you the map. So this is where I am, Wangshu Inn, which is part of Liyue, which is all of this location out here. Now, if I were to mark where I started, this area over here is where you start, Stormbearer Point. If I mark this, cancel. Yeah, actually, if I mark this, and see if it can show up on my map for you to see. I mean, it's a very far off distance. This is a very big map. But overall, this is all that I've unlocked thus far. The shaded in area, that's the rest of the map. There are so many more places for me to explore. So I have yet to really scratch the surface of how far I can go with Genshin. And they intend to release more continents and more areas in the future of Genshin. So, from what I understand, we only have access to about 3 nations right now. They want to release 7 in total. You have Mondstadt, which is this area over here. Then you have Liyue, which is this area over here. Then you have the area of Inazuma, which is pretty much this majority of the area that I have never unlocked at all. So imagine being on a place like this. Like, for example, look at this place where I'm at.
All right.
I can't really zoom the camera out an entire amount, but this inn is ginormous. I mean, it's massive. It's a nice big set piece. It's a nice space, but this is just a small area. Just this spot where I'm at is just this. But then you have the rest of all of this. So traveling back and forth would indeed take a while. So imagine that. Imagine that, but you got 7 more nations being added to this game. And given the fact that they rack in the millions every single month, it's no wonder they're able to put out more and more extravagant looking places in this game. Wouldn't mind paying for a game like this either. And then there's Avengers Destruct. See, let me tell you something about Avengers real quick. So first of all, they're having their deep dive for Jane Foster today. Actually, they just released their deep dive of Jane Foster gameplay today, the moment I started my stream. But I told Gajiel and the rest of everyone else on another server to keep me informed about what she looks like. But given the fact that the notifications are popping up on my phone of what they think of her, she's just basically a clone of Thor with slightly different abilities. She's just basically Thor. And then they're saying that she has better control over using her hammer than Thor does, which doesn't make sense because Thor is the master of Mjolnir. So for them to make a character that says like, oh, this character is better than the other one. No. Stop that. Stop trying to make clone characters better than the originals. Because next thing you know, they're going to be saying that She-Hulk is a better Hulk than the Hulk himself. But you don't see anyone making a comic book of She-Hulk saying like she's the strongest one there is, because, well, she's not. But from what I understand from the messages they're sending, Jane Foster is basically just a clone of Thor. Even her attack animations are the exact same as his. Her idle animation are the exact same as his. The only thing that's different is just some abilities. But overall, she's basically just Lady Thor. And that's it. That's the next big update that they're going to be bringing to Avengers. Along with, I believe, MODOK. You know, after a full year of this game being out, now they want to bring MODOK back. And apparently, when they bring MODOK back, that's supposed to bring a conclusion to his story as to why he survived. Even though, you know, he fell into San Francisco Bay and never surfaced. Pretty sure he didn't learn how to breathe underwater, but, you know, whatever keeps the players coming back. I wish whoever plays the best of luck. I won't be playing it because the game doesn't offer what I'm looking for. It's unfortunate. I don't hate the game, I'm just disappointed that it was so mismanaged. If it was really successful, Square Enix wouldn't have sold it. Wouldn't have sold the entire studio of Crystal Dynamics to another publisher. I'm just saying. But, let me go back to the kitchen. Because I need to cook. I just got sidetracked there. But, yeah, the Jane Foster hero stuff that's coming out, I got no interest in it, to be quite honest. I mean, I wanted them to do something for Hulk. I wanted them to do something just like some quality of life improvements, such as make traversal better, because the way you move in the game, it's just trash. Can I say that? It's just bad. It's bad. You should not have someone like Hulk or Iron Man or Thor looking like you're able to read their license plate number on the creases of their pants because that's how slow they're moving. But I guess that sort of thing takes a back seat when you really want people to buy every single inspired skin you create. And when you're not fixing bugs, I mean, I guess you gotta do something to appease people that expect better from you. But that's just me. I'm getting sidetracked talking about Avengers again. Gajiel, once he's done looking at it, I told him to keep me informed about it. Me and him are definitely gonna talk about it. It's a ghost, Jirens! Why are you screaming in different symbols? That usually means curse language in comics, but she only screamed! Also, real quick, Jane Foster. Let me look up Jane Foster real quick, and then let me just look up Thor Odinson real quick.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation
Because
has changed again.
I just want, like how Marvel tried showing that Captain America can use Mjolnir better than Thor. But here's the thing. Captain America, the only reason why Captain America can use Mjolnir the way he is because, you know, I feel it's like the super soldier part of him. I feel like he's seen Thor use his hammer, and then he's very adaptable. He's very adaptable when it comes to situations and combat situations. So when he got Mjolnir, I'm pretty sure he witnessed Thor use it a whole bunch of times throughout the years that they fought with each other, fought alongside each other, so he learned, and then he incorporated it into his own fighting style. So it's not like you get the powers of Thor. It's not like he immediately had the expertise of fighting like Thor, or just knew how to do it immediately. It's just that the super soldier part of him allowed him to, you know, adapt quickly to using Mjolnir to its best effect. But Thor is still stronger, though. He's still the more experienced warrior. I mean, he's older than everyone on the Avengers. So he's had centuries of fighting experience. So it's not that Cap is a better fighter than Thor, because he's not. He's just extremely adaptable to him. Forgot Captain America, Captain in comics has the power of perfect memory? Exactly. And he's an expert tactician, and he's an expert combatant, which means that he adapts on the fly, learns a person's weaknesses, and completely switches up his fighting style in order to exploit the weaknesses of the person that he's fighting. So, when it comes to Cap using Mjolnir, I mean, he's just watched Thor and saw him use it, and then thought about, how can I use this along with my shield? And that's where we get the gong move, and how he was able to, you know, fight Thanos for a little while, and, you know, give him a run for his money. That's how Cap was able to do it. So I wouldn't say like how Marvel tried showing that Captain America can use Mjolnir better than Thor. It's just that they're trying to make Jane Foster seem like she has so many more better moves than Thor, even though Thor is the more powerful of the two. So, I wonder, can Roger survive a nuclear blast? No, he cannot. He's superhuman. He's only superhuman. Well, actually, I wouldn't even call him superhuman. He's just on the edge of superhuman. What was done to Captain America, and I'm glad that I don't have my camera on because I get to walk around and talk about Marvel stuff with you guys. What Captain America had done to him was essentially augment his body to the absolute peak of normal human perfection. So everything about him is essentially perfect. But not enough to make him a superhuman along the likes of Hulk and Thor. He's just the pinnacle of human conditioning. Perfect muscles, perfect strength, that still classifies you as a human being. So he's not superhuman. He's not going to do things like lifting up entire cars or, I don't know, withstanding being shot or anything. But everything about him is borderline superhuman. But I wouldn't classify him as a superhuman per se. Never get over Captain America using Thor's hammer. Hey, the theater I was in when I saw Endgame and he did that, people were screaming. But it was great. Hold on. Now, let me come down here to the abilities and powers of Thor in comparison to Jane Foster, who, as of right now in the comics, is not Thor. She's Valkyrie. Well, she's a Valkyrie. So, let me go over the limited amount that Jane Foster has. As Thor, Jane wielded Mjolnir, and like those before her, she had been bestowed with power equal to that once possessed by Odinson. Whatever power she may or may not possess outside of those provided by Mjolnir are unknown. Power equal to.
I got a new letter from an
But
informant.
Thor is
Looks
beyond
like the situation
that.
has changed again.
Thor is beyond that. Superhuman strength, class 100 strength, and easily capable of lifting 100 tons. While in the form of an Asgardian goddess, Thor possesses virtual invulnerability and immunity to all known earth diseases and infections, superhuman speed, stamina, senses, capable of surviving in the vacuum of space unaided. longevity, energy manipulation, lightning, electrokinesis, and at one point had been endowed with the Phoenix Force. She was stripped of this boost after losing to Hulk, which disqualified her from the contest. So, as you can see here, even with the Phoenix Force, she wasn't able to stand up to Hulk, but Thor is the only one who can really do that. But that was during her time as Thor. She had the powers of Thor, but Thor is still, in comparison, the more advanced and stronger of the two. Because if you go over to Thor, I mean, his strength alone is well above 100 tons. Defeated and battled many of the world's most powerful creatures to a standstill, including the Midgard Serpent, the Hulk, Silver Surfer, Namor, the Abomination, the Bi-Beast, Red Hulk, Colossus, Gladiator, and Hercules. Able to snap adamantium cables, towed the island Hydro base into New York Harbor, held up the George Washington Bridge long enough for damage control to fix it, resisted the gravity of a neutron star, destroyed planets as a side effect of him fighting, was able to wound a moderately fed Galactus who was in a telepathic battle with Odin by crashing into his helmet and breaking his armor, even shattered the roots of Yggdrasil, which spans space-time and connects the 10 realms together. So, Thor's feats are pretty much bigger than Jane Foster.
Need me to come up with some?
So yeah, just a clone. Just another clone. Added to Avengers again.
What?
It's sad.
You saw it too.
So much potential.
There really is a ghost.
You can look at Guardians of the Galaxy and see what the extent of imagination can really go. And you look at Avengers and it's all like, oh, so you're just gonna take the worst elements of Destiny and Tomb Raider and then turn it into a Marvel game.
Scared of something so insignificant. Hard to believe he was once a notorious bandit.
You don't seem that afraid of ghosts, boss lady.
Gods and ghosts. I've seen it all before.
Come to think of it, others don't seem to know there's an Adeptus
Hello,
here
hi.
again, except for the boss lady.
Hi.
Shh. Say any more and you'll be divulging my little secret. Right. Best you two be off. Go see to it that little ghost doesn't go scaring anybody else. Not that I'm ordering you around. It's like the Adeptus said. Mortal souls are not as robust as those
Think it
of
would
the
be
Adepti.
interesting to see Johnny Depp as Tony Stark?
So as not to be harmed when dealing with the Adepti.
I mean,
You can
Robert,
start by
it's
practicing
kind of
with
hard
that
to think of
ghost.
anyone else taking on the role of Iron Man other than Robert Downey Jr. I mean, he is Tony Stark / Iron Man.
But how should we persuade
So,
the ghost?
picturing Johnny Depp in
There
that
is
role,
a calligraphy painting in the inn known as the Witness Sigil.
kinda tricky.
It's been in
Because all I see
circulation
is
for
Robert
over
Downey.
1,000 years. Go take a look at it. Once you have, look for a place outside where you can see the exact same Witness Sigil formation.
I can, however, see Johnny Depp as Namor. If they were to make a Fantastic Four movie, Johnny Depp could be Namor. I mean, they could definitely pull off the look for Namor if Johnny Depp got cast for the role. I can see him being that, but not Iron Man though. No. Well, Jane is nah, son, Jane ain't it. I figured as much. I saw some of your messages while I was getting this stream started, Gachio. Dude, just lay it out for me. Lay it out for me and just tell me what you saw. Tell me what you saw. Because I'll look at the video myself. I know I'm going to be disappointed. Because it's amazing when you don't set any expectations and you're still disappointed. I know for a fact that it's not going to meet the criteria I would expect from a Marvel superhero game. But please, man, go off. Go off, please. Okay, find a place where you can see the whole Witness Sigil. Copy and pasted Echo Fighter with better abilities and a better ultimate than Thor. What is going on with them making clones that have better abilities than the originals, man? You mean to tell me that you're not capable of adapting other characters so that that's her ultimate lets her dual wield? Excuse me? They can't make it so that Thor can use Stormbreaker. She has 2 hammers. They can't make it where Thor can use Stormbreaker, but they can make it so that one character that can only use 1 weapon can use 2 weapons in their ultimate. So now Gajil, if you could see my face right now, okay? If you could see my face. So now we're just, basically what you're telling me is that we're getting excuses when they say that they can't do stuff. Nah, it wouldn't make sense for Thor to be able to use Stormbreaker because it wouldn't make sense. They would have to make up new animations. Now, they made up new animations for basically a clone of Thor, but now she'll be able to use 2 weapons instead of 1 as her ultimate. So, what? And her combat lets Hammer steal enemies, lets Hammer seal enemies without her aiming. Wait, do you mean seek enemies? Wait, hold up. Wait, hold up, I gotta put this thing away. Hold up, you mean to tell me that her hammer is able to just home in on enemies automatically? Seek has 2 E's, my dude just said. But you mean to tell me that her hammer can home in on enemies without you having to aim?
A chest full of valuables and a trove of potential clues.
How? What? Your brain is malfunctioning? It's fine, Gajil. After what you just witnessed, it doesn't surprise me that your brain is going through an aneurysm right now. But you mean to tell me that she is able to not only dual wield weapons, but she can also automatically target enemies without actually having to aim at them? So, tell me this. What are they going to be doing for previous characters in order to compensate for the fact that other characters are going to have better skills? What are they doing? What are they doing to compensate for that? Oh, Jane Foster can home in automatically with her attacks. What does Thor get? Nothing. Even though Thor is the more advanced user of Mjolnir, you mean to tell me he can't just automatically home his hammer in on everyone else? Well, no, because then Jane Foster wouldn't be unique. She's a clone of Thor! She's already not unique!
She doesn't know when to give up! This old decrepit ruin guard... Surely it's not... possessed?
Cascade!
Judgment cut! Judgment cut! Judge!
Silly churl, Billy churl.
Is in the original Thor mythology, is there any Jane Foster? No! Jane Foster is a Marvel character. She has absolutely no presence in the original Thor mythology because, you know, it's Norse mythology. There is no Jane. There is no Jane Foster. There's no Jane! In the original mythology, she's a Marvel character. She's not a Norse mythology character. She is Thor's girlfriend when he was human on Earth. That's basically what she is. Don't go off the MCU, go off the comics. She was Thor's girlfriend when Odin first banished him to Earth in order for him to learn some humility. Then later in her life, she got cancer, and then using Mjolnir allowed her to regain her health back and, get rid of the cancer, but it also got rid of the chemotherapy she went through. So when every time she would be Thor, she would just reset all of the medical procedures she had done to her until she eventually died and succumbed to it, and then she was carried off and turned into a Valkyrie. So that's her new power right now. But Jane Foster is in no way, shape, or form part of the Thor mythos at all, except in the Marvel Comics. But you say, if I have a little bit of time, just take a peek of the clip I sent. Okay, let me just look at this clip. You guys won't be able to see it, but you're definitely going to be able to hear. You're definitely going to be able to hear my reaction to it. It's 30 seconds. So she's... What in the world? What type of move is that? So, what? So her ultimate lets her throw one hammer out, and then use the Unjagar, or whatever it's called, the all weapon, and she gets to use that along with a heat-seeking Mjolnir that just flies around and hits people, while she gets to use another hammer in the middle of this. So when she throws away Mjolnir for her ultimate, she gets another hammer, and she gets to continuously attack while the other one is just flying around like the beginning of Thor Ragnarok and just hits people all around. But Thor can't get Stormbreaker? What? Excuse me? Y'all can program a character to use two weapons at once, but you can't make it so Thor can use his Stormbreaker axe? What? Y'all lazy! Y'all, who is in charge of the creative department? Who's in charge? Because you need to not be in charge no more.
Finally caught you. Paimon's pooped.
Now, here's another thing that tells me that they would rather just make new characters that trump older characters completely and not even bother to try to update and keep other characters consistent, because explain to me how you release Black Panther and he has moves that make it so that his attacks get bigger and more powerful when he's using vibranium with his suit, but Hulk can't do that with his own rage. And that's literally what the Hulk can do. Why is Black Panther a better Hulk than Hulk? It would make more sense for Hulk to be able to increase the range and power of his attacks when he's using rage, rather than Black Panther in his vibranium suit. It would make sense, wouldn't it? But no. And I remember when they said, like, in the future we want to update other characters and add new stuff to them. When are they adding new stuff to old characters? Because we're only getting new characters that are better than the old ones.
Silly Billy, Hilly Joe. Haunting things isn't nice. Little girl.
Wait till She-Hulk comes out. I don't want to. Because if this is an example of them making new characters that are basically clones, but they make them better than the originals, even though the originals are more powerful than the clones themselves, then it's obvious that they have absolutely no idea what they're doing.
Won't tease the travelers at the inn anymore. Next time, you can come play with Dusky Ming. If you don't come and play, Dusky Ming will come find you.
Great, I'm going to be haunted by a little girl. Silly Billy, churlish. I didn't even see that because it went by so fast. Okay, tell Smiley Yan Zhao about what happened. Smiley!
Be still.
Oh, I didn't mean to use that. I keep forgetting that R2 is not my dodge. You can tell the influences that Nier Automata had on me if I'm using R2 to dodge. That's my fault. Speaking of dodging, still thinking about how I'm going to take on Yang in the final stage of Sifu. I'm still thinking about it. Part of me, I don't want to restart at a young age and go through skills that'll definitely give me a benefit in fighting him, such as the parry impact. But at some point, I'm going to have to continue and finish Sifu and beat Yang. I got to. If I can get him to the second phase, I know I can make it. What? I was waiting on you. Why would you go up when I get off? How could you? If you could see the look on my face. First floor, please. But God, Jill, that really is disappointing. It really is that we're getting yet another clone character, but people are gonna say, "Oh wow, this is amazing! Oh, thank you, Crystal Dynamics. Oh, this is great. Oh boy, I can't wait to play as her, and then buy her challenge card, and then buy all of her skins. You're doing a fantastic job." And it's like, you do realize that this game has used every excuse of why it couldn't keep its updates consistent. Not only that, but the studio has been sold off for, like, in a deal in a 200, what is it? Like a $300 million deal to another group entirely, which isn't even finalized, so you can't be saying, so people can't say the Embracer group is going to be the saving grace of Crystal Dynamics when the deal isn't even final yet. But amidst all the live service games that exist right now and that are active right now, why is it that Marvel's Avengers is the only thing that's drip feeding people content? It's a Marvel game. How is it moving so slow in comparison to other live service games that are out there right now? I can tell you why.
What?
Because of lack of direction.
You really got the ghost to promise to stop haunting the inn? Wow.
All
You
your
really are
ambitions
something.
really don't mean
I am in
nothing
your debt.
unless you have proper direction in
Please,
order to see that
wait a
ambition
moment.
realized.
I'll make
And the
you
people who are
smoothest,
directing the
silkiest
stuff that's
bowl of
happening,
almond tofu.
if you don't stop talking while I'm trying to rant, for all that they promise at the beginning of the game, if you just play Marvel's Avengers as just like a regular run-of-the-mill game, that's exactly what it is. If you enjoy playing Marvel's Avengers, by all means, continue enjoying. But the rest of us, who see the potential that it has, who see what it could be, who see its potential for being one of the greatest Marvel games ever, are just looking on in disappointment at every single opportunity being used to either promote skins or say, we have something to show you, but we're not ready to talk about it yet. Don't say you have something ready to show unless you're ready to show it. Don't talk about anything new unless you're ready to show it or talk about it right then and there. Oh, we got some stuff in the works. We'll tell you next week. And then when next week comes around, you tell us like, oh, we're telling you that the next trailer for what we want to really talk about is coming out next month. It's quite sad. It really is. It could have been one of the greatest Marvel games out there. And a lot of people seem to think so, but then again, a lot of people have bad taste. But it's not. It's a disappointment, and it is beneath its own means. It's basically just a Destiny Tomb Raider clone that uses the Marvel likeness and property to really sell it. And sure, they'll make a couple of skins that you can kind of see pattern between comics, but that's not what the game is. That's where it falters. You can look at a game like Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and you get some inspired outfits, but they look good. They look like something you would see in the comics. You can get something like Spider-Man and Miles Morales. They got outfits in there that looks like it's straight out of the comics. But then you have Marvel's Avengers that takes Inspired to the next degree. And when they go Inspired, they're all like, we're going to add our own special spin on it where we can say that it's this pattern skin off of the comics, but it's just overly done. And then they'll add skins that's like it's a Call of Duty Vanguard, or I don't know which Call of Duty game is out right now where you can just buy skins to put on your guns or whatever, and they have some really out there looking skins that are just majorly random. That's what they're doing.
My hands are steadier than ever now that she's gone.
Kyle has awoken. Oh, is he going off? Or is he talking about the game? Talk to Zhao. Okay, we need to talk to Zhao. I remember someone told me, I can't remember who it was. Someone was talking to me about trying to pull for Zhao when his banner was up, but I mean, I already had Yelena. I already had Yelena, so I wasn't exactly, you know, breaking my neck to get him.
You two, again.
Wait, don't go disappearing again!
What's this?
It's your favorite, almond tofu!
Yeah, he's deciding if he wants to see it or not, getting notifications about Jane being copy and paste.
Tell him everything before he finishes eating!
Rex Lapis. How could this be? I can't imagine
or
it.
not her getting notifications about
changed. I've never
Jane being copy and paste.
Him.
I mean, if I were to look at the deep dive and then look at gameplay from Thor, I would immediately, I wouldn't be surprised if it's just basically the same. And what you guys have been saying in the server is basically she is just a carbon copy of Thor in every way except her apparently more superior abilities. Because she has that one move where she throws out a massive wave of lightning, right? And it hits over a wide range, not just like a narrow pathway in front of her. 2 hammers. But she also has this attack where she just whips her hammer around, and then a massive wave of lightning just shoots out in front of her in like a wide shotgun-like arc. And it's a far distance, too. Thor has his God Blast, which is, you know, essentially him putting all of his power into one massive blast that can, you know, injure people like Galactus or shatter planets or injure cosmic level beings, but it doesn't even hit that distance. And sometimes it doesn't even hit that many people. It's just like a narrow blast. It's not like a wide planet-destroying blast. It's just like a narrow blast because apparently you can't look or be superhuman in this game.
Adepti do not turn on their responsibilities. I have my reasons to not want to be tainted by the mortal realm, but responsibilities are responsibilities. Our god is the god of contracts, after all.
Still can't get over that and the heat seeking?
One last question.
I don't understand it, man. If you introduce new characters that have better moves than previous characters, wouldn't it make the most sense to improve older characters so that they are not outclassed and preferred over the new ones? This is like the this is like the type classification in Pirate Warriors 4, where you have the power types, you have the speed types, you have the sky types, and you have the tech types. Fundamentally, power types are the most powerful characters in the entire game. And that's what ruins the roster for Pirate Warriors 4, because you have characters like Katakuri, Luffy, Kaido, Big Mom, Whitebeard. They're all fundamentally the most powerful people in the entire game. Tech types are the weakest, because they have a gimmick that basically just nerfs them completely. Chopper falls into this category, Bartolomeo falls into this category, Hawkins falls into it, but he's actually quite strong for him to be a tech type. But power types are the strongest characters in the game. So classifying characters like that pretty much just ruins the balance of characters that way. So what they've essentially done is ruin the balance of characters in Avengers by introducing characters that are fundamentally more powerful than the previous ones. Because how exactly are they going to balance her attacks if they give her like these massive AoE attacks that Thor can't do? Where's the balance in that? For them to be talking about balancing so that people can't be doing millions of damage with Hulk with his gamma radiation, they're now introducing characters that are built unbalanced from everyone else. People can't say nothing about balancing when they're making characters that come out unbalanced.
That Dusky Ming, she's...
When conquering demons, on occasion, you can come across spirits who have never hurt anyone, yet are also not yet able to be moved on.
Nah, Dusky's
So I
stuck
asked the
here.
innkeeper and the boss if they could keep her here for a time.
So really, Wangshu Inn was looking after her. Really keeping a wide range of business going, huh?
So we basically just told this little ghost girl that she needed to leave. And now it turns out that we just put her out of where Zhao told her to stay. Great. That's just great. I've never been one to bother kids or harm kids in video games, but I feel like we did more damage to little Dusky Ming here thanks to our antics of like, oh, as long as you get that ghost out of here, we'll be fine, only to come to find out that she was here for a reason. All because some dude didn't want to cook nothing because he was scared of a ghost. Dude need a man up. Hey, I'm standing here. Get out the way. No, I ain't got no interesting news to share. Okay, so we kind of did that. So now I need to see what I need to do next. We got some achievements. Wonders of the World. Agree to play with Dusky Ming. Done that. Alright, cool. Use the Omni Ubiquity Net item to capture one wild animal. I don't have that. But let's see where our next quest is. What is our next quest? Of the land amidst monoliths, dust to dust. Having sought out the Adepti and completed the task Mooncarver entrusted to you, you return again to Liyue Harbor to look for Child. He tells you that the Liyue Qixing's response to the Archon's passing has given him food for thought.
I have to stifle a smile every time I remember the look on my retainers' faces when I informed them of my plans today. Panic-stricken, but unable to muster the courage to say anything in opposition. Yes, this was a fine idea.
Alright, let's travel to Liyue Harbor. Gajil, I don't know. I don't know, Gajil. It's just sad. It really is sad. And people may think like, well, if you don't like it, don't play it. I don't. But, and a lot of people seem to think that just because I am criticizing Marvel's Avengers, then I should stop. Don't play it, don't look at it, don't do anything concerning it. But how am I supposed to give my opinion on something without seeing it and experiencing it for myself? Because otherwise, every single one of us would just be going off the news of like, oh, this game is great, it's amazing. Sure, okay, spend a couple of dollars to get this skin. Then spend a couple of dollars to get this skin again, but it's in a different shade. Then spend a couple of dollars again to buy this challenge card that has a skin that you want. And if you want to skip ahead with the challenge, then you can just spend a little bit more money just to skip ahead of it. It's fine. It's skins. What does it matter? Or let people spend money on what they want. Just because I criticize Marvel's Avengers, or you don't like to hear me criticize it, I mean, what can I say here?
How
what
was
can
your
I
journey
say
to
here?
Drayun Karst?
people expect, like, if you don't like it, don't play it. But the real thing they want is, hey, if you don't like it, don't talk about it or say how much you don't like it because we don't want to hear it. But that's how opinions are made, and that's how criticism is heard. And how are these people supposed to know what works and doesn't work if we don't voice our opinions? Silence has never changed anything beneficial. How are you supposed to... You don't expect your feeling of hunger to change if you don't tell someone you're hungry. Silence does not change anything. Especially when it comes to games. If you don't speak up what you don't like and what doesn't work, how are they supposed to know? It's not feedback if you're only being told you're doing fine. Or you're doing alright. Can't wait to see what you're going to do next. That's not feedback. That's just endless blind praise that is undeserved. Change doesn't happen when you're constantly praising someone. Changes to this channel didn't happen by people always telling me...
Conqueror of demons.
Change to my channel didn't happen by people constantly telling me how good I was at something. I had to learn from my mistakes. I had to adapt and I had to improve. I had to change some things for the better in order for this channel to be a lot better than it used to be in the past. That based on feedback. Genuine feedback. Not people saying like, oh, don't listen to the haters or anything like that. No, listening to feedback, taking it into consideration in comparison to what you're doing and what you can improve on. That is feedback. Constantly telling someone you're doing a fantastic job and never criticizing them at all, that's not feedback. That's not even praise. That's just blind loyalty to people who do not return that same feeling in kind.
Some of these names have never come up in the intel the Fatui gets hold of.
That is what I call people who look at Avengers and see absolutely nothing wrong. Blind loyalty in a company and in a game that really does not respect them back.
As a returning gift, I too have information for you.
Now,
regarding the Archon's passing,
let me stop with this Avengers talk so I can actually enjoy this stream. I know we're past this, man, Guardians of the Galaxy. That game makes me cry sometimes because they understand what a real superhero game actually is.
They've even gone so far as to try and cut off information. But with the right of dissension and all, even the Chising isn't able to keep a lid on things.
Guardians understood the assignment they were given. Make a Guardians of the Galaxy game. And they did it. They made a Guardians of the Galaxy game. And it's great. And people would rather have a sequel to Guardians of the Galaxy over Avengers. I know I would, because I would very much like to see them expand on Guardians of the Galaxy, even though the game was already expansive to begin with. When I played through Guardians of the Galaxy, I felt like I was experiencing a true Marvel experience. I didn't have to wait until the end of the game in order to see the Kree. They give you the Kree literally in the first level. You get a sense of scale to how big the game is when you are basically flying to this planet, this basic space junkyard at the beginning of the game, and then you're going to all these different planets. Some planets I've never even heard of. And then you got references and Easter eggs. You even go into the Collector's Museum where he has items concerning things from other aspects of the Marvel Universe. Even events that haven't even transpired yet, such as the Superhuman Registration Act, which is basically how Civil War in the Marvel Comics gets started. Or the glasses of Stan Lee. Or Throg. And his hammer called Frogulnir? Frogulnir, I think it's called. I think that's what it's called. The blade of... They have all sorts of... Like the Kang the Conqueror's chair. There's a lot of things in the Collector's Museum that just makes the world of Guardians of the Galaxy even bigger. Because then you're starting to think, wow, the Nova Corps exists. Wow, Kang the Conqueror exists. Wow, the Brood exists. Wow, all these different things exist in the world of Guardians of the Galaxy. Then you have Thanos. You have these little Easter eggs of hearing Captain America say Avengers Assemble, Spider-Man, the Hulk. And it's all woven into a nice, compact, but also well-written story. And you get that this is the type of universe that Marvel's Avengers should have been. The dialogue is good. The characters are good. You actually feel like these are people that would have these conversations with each other. Just the conversations alone are big stories of their own. Like talking to Rocket. He talks about his time as a science experiment and how he used to have a love of his own, but when he escaped, she didn't make it out with him. You could see the hurt in his eyes, the pain in his voice. You could picture these things happening because it makes these stories believable. They had Richard Rider, the original Nova. Yes! And he disappeared. He just disappeared all of a sudden in the Guardians of the Galaxy, and we never find out what happened to him. We even get Adam Warlock! And you mean to tell me that you have Marvel's Avengers that teases the Kree invasion at the end of its main story, and it has yet to do anything with that story? A full year after the game has been out? You got the entire universe of Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, it's crazy. Now, let me get back to the dialogue of Guardians. I know we're playing Genshin Impact right now, but I kind of want to geek out over how good Guardians of the Galaxy actually is. I'm out my chair, I'm walking around, I'm pacing, got my hands behind my back. I am in storyteller mode right now. What Guardians of the Galaxy does so well is that it knows how to... What is the word? It's expel, not expelled, but not expunge, but it knows how to go beyond just introducing a character and not doing anything with them, or just making them as another character that just says lines. Every character, it's fleshed. They know how to flesh out their characters. They know how to flesh them out. Every conversation you have with every Guardian, from Gamora to Drax to Rocket, even Groot, they're all fleshed out characters that feel alive. You talk to Gamora, she talks about her time as an assassin, and then you have that pivotal moment where she's thinking about why she had to take out her own sister Nebula, and you see just how much that has affected her since the beginning of the game. And it's not until she reveals this to all the rest of the Guardians that she starts to heal emotionally, mentally. And that's what causes everyone to grow closer as a group. Because as you start out in Guardians of the Galaxy, everyone is just really iffy of everyone. Drax is iffy of Gamora. Gamora doesn't care. Rocket doesn't care. Quill is Quill. But as the game goes on, everyone grows stronger together. The difference between how characters and the story and the world of Guardians of the Galaxy works together, and it does really good with world building and character building within these worlds, in comparison to Marvel's Avengers, where you just get characters, they talk to each other in a cutscene, but they don't do anything more than that. They're just there for spur of the moment to make you feel some type of emotion, and then you never go back to it at all. Kamala Khan was pretty much the only fully fleshed out character in the game. But she had one of the most boringest stories, and she was the main character. Because the game of the Marvel's Avengers is basically a fan fiction. It really is. It's basically a fan fiction. So you can only look at it from a fan fiction standpoint. But Guardians of the Galaxy, that's a story. Drax had the biggest character moment in the game. Yes, this dude was still thinking about him losing his wife and daughter. And even when he was promised with being able to see them again, he went with it. Because that's how much it mentally affected him. and it even caused him to momentarily to become an enemy. When I was doing my original playthrough of Guardians of the Galaxy, when I saw Drax sitting over me, and he was in my room, and Quill opened his eyes, and Drax was directly in front of me, and his eyes were glowing, I was thinking, oh no, we're all about to die, because you got one of the strongest people on this, pretty much the strongest person on this team. You infected him with this promise that he will see his wife and daughter again, and now he secretly wants to either kill everyone on the ship other than Quill, or trying to indoctrinate everyone. And you have this feeling of tension as if, oh, if we don't say the right thing, Drax could possibly kill us all. And he's driven by this thought that he could be reunited with his wife and daughter again. We actually have to dive into this man's mind to help him mentally and emotionally heal from his trauma. And even then, he still kind of didn't want to let go, because that was the closest he was ever going to be to his family again. And it wasn't until he accepted the fact that his wife and daughter were never coming back, that's when Drax was able to heal from this promise and be freed from its control. That is character development. And guess what we get to see and fight Thanos? Forget that, Gajeel. We get to see and fight the Kree. Because remember, they got taken over by the Promise as well. So we were able to fight the Kree. And you know how long it took for us to fight the Kree? It didn't take us no whole year to get through it. It's literally the 10th stage. Or before that. I believe it's before that. But then you even have, what is her name? What is the girl's name? Not Katie, it's something. The young girl's name. What is the girl's name in Guardians? The one that ends up becoming like the vessel for Magus. What is her name? Not Penelope. It's something. And Fin Fang Foom. Yes! Big battles. But they have that. What is the girl's name? What is the girl's name? I don't want to continue until I find out her name. What is the girl's name? Guardians of the Galaxy game. Is her name Nancy? No, her name's not Nancy. Nikki! Nikki! That's her name. Her name is Nikki. Then you have Nikki, who's pretty much the vessel being used by the Church you just told me the name of this place. You literally just told me the name of this place. Yesterday, Gajeel. You just told me it yesterday. Where is it? Where is it? Universal Church of Truth. Where she was used as a vessel to, you know, draw people from across all galaxies for the Universal Church of Truth. And you have her character progression. And how she was adopted by, what is her name? Ikora? No, her name is Korra. Korel. She was adopted by Korel, and then after you lose Korel, she instead becomes a new vessel to help the Universal Church of Truth, you know, Magus take over the galaxy. And then she was promised that she'd be able to see her mother again. And that jump-started like a whole series of character development for her, because when you go into her mind and try and help her out, she knows it's an illusion, but she would rather be in the illusion where her mother is alive and repeat it over and over and over again than come to the realization that she's gone. But you help her heal. Her character development story is leagues beyond Kamala Khan. Because Kamala Khan, she is just like, sure, she has her powers and she's trying to deal with it and deal with other people dealing with their powers as well and trying to bring back the Avengers together. But, I mean, for her to be the very thing that brings back the Avengers together, I kind of don't believe it. Because you mean to tell me that this team of hardened veteran superheroes needs a teenage girl that they met like 5 years ago to draw them back together one at a time for what? As if they weren't capable of bringing themselves back together? You could have made it where Kamala Khan was nowhere to be seen in the story, and she would not be missed. I wouldn't even say that Kamala Khan had any definitive character development in Marvel's Avengers, because she's still the same exact person by the end. It doesn't impact her character at all. It's just there for the story and that's it. But the story for Guardians, though, and the characters for Guardians, that's so much better. I went off on a whole tangent. My apologies. Let's continue.
Exuvia?
That's why Marvel Avengers fails in every aspect except for, you know, trying to best to get people's money to buy skins. You can't tell me that there's tons of people just jumping on the game constantly, thinking that something new is going to happen. They keep
to protect Liyue way back then.
They even keep recycling the same old events over and over and over again. You only have Tachyon Anomaly, Red Room Takeover, and Corrupted Vibranium. Never anything new. Ever. Ever. No holiday-themed events. They always have, you know, bonus XP for playing as characters, but no one cares about that. You mean to tell me that you got the expanse of the Marvel Universe, but you can only have the 3 same events over and over and over again? Okay.
Guess that explains why they're all so focused on Liyue's well-being.
Naturally, they both have the responsibility and the aptitude for the job. If the ruling Qixing became unable to perform their duty properly, the Adepti have the right to take corrective action. The Geo-Archon's spirit has risen, so why would the Qixing hide his vessel? Truly suspicious.
Oh, right! He's the whole reason we came here! If the Liyue Qixing has locked up Exuvia and won't let anyone near, then our quest to find the 7 is already over.
Oh? You're trying to find the 7? And just why might that be, pray tell? Nice answer. A knight that gets duped by the Fatui would really be no knight at all now, would they?
But am I a knight, though?
I can help you with that too, you know.
Really?
Give me some time. Time to find someone. Someone who can help you break through this stalemate. Truly fascinating. The harder they try to silence the situation, the greater the chaos that erupts. If you want to be around to see it all come crashing down, best you stay alive until we next meet, yes?
Domain of Mastery unlocked. Well, that's nice. Chapter 1, Act 1 complete of the Land Amidst Monoliths. Alright, Act 2, Farewell, Archaic Lord. There are various ways... I already know how to gain XP. Why are you telling me this again? I am rank 24. I need to be 25 in order to continue the next one. An organization known as Wangshu. Upon your return from visiting the Adepti, you discover that the Qixing has hidden the Geo-Archon vessel away. Child promised he'd find someone to break the stalemate. So you pay another visit to Northland Bank. Man, you can't wait for Midnight Sun? Let me say this about Midnight Sun, Gajiel. At first, I was kind of against the card-based combat, because that's not something that I myself am not used to. But then I remembered that Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories offered, you know, card combat. The only difference between that and Midnight Sun is that you can freely control Sora as you move around. Sora and Riku, of course. But other than that, it's still card combat. So the concept of card combat should not be far-fetched to anyone if you are a Kingdom Hearts fan. But what I've seen of the game is that it actually seems to be more in line of and it wants to be a dark Marvel game as well. Because it's going to be rated M, and when's the last time we actually got when was our last rated M Marvel game, dude? Think about it. The last rated M Marvel game we got was X-Men Origins Wolverine. That just occurred to me. This is going to be our first rated M Marvel game in years. But I'm willing to look into Midnight Sun and play it for myself, honestly. Because any game that allows me to play as Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, Ghost Rider, Blade, Wolverine, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Magic, and level them up and make them even more powerful over time, yeah, that's something I kind of really want to see for myself. And it's kind of done in like an XCOM type way, and I've never played XCOM before. So that would probably be a new experience for me. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I want to see some more gameplay on it, to be honest. Alright, so let's find some waypoints that I have not activated and go activate them. Okay, there's one right there. I gotta get to rank 25 in order to do the next story mission. So while I am around some of these areas, I need to try and activate the ones that I haven't done in the past. So we'll fast travel there and make our way to the next point. Keep forgetting, this game does not believe in touchpad and map controls. Oh, sure. This would be outside. Of course this would be outside. This is not where I need to go. This is way off.
This view reminds me of another time it snowed. That was a long time ago.
Oh, was it really? Was it really that long of a time ago? Oh, I'm sorry. No. I'm better off just going towards the waypoint. Probably have a better chance of living, too. Just hope I can get down there before the mountain gets all cold on me and tries to murder me. And there's a maelstrom around this area? Wait, don't tell me it's protected. Please don't tell me it's protected and I can't get inside. No! I see where I need to go! Follow the flame. Ah, cold. It's gonna keep me warm. It's gonna keep me warm as I get closer and closer.
Oh, so you collect these?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No! Yep, waypoint, waypoint, give it to me. Whew. Lovely, lovely heat. But yeah, Gajeel, I'm keeping an eye on Midnight Suns. I'm keeping an eye on Sonic Frontiers. I don't have too many games that are on my radar that I'm going to be keeping an eye on due to the fact that not many of them have really piqued my interest, to be quite honest. Like, I know for a fact that I'm going to be getting Fire Emblem's 3 Hopes. Still considering Outriders World Slayer. In fact, IGN just put up their review of World Slayer. And they say that this endgame focused expansion doubles down on everything from the base game, both in good ways and bad. So what do they rate it? They rate it a 7. So they talk about... Okay, so their verdict is, Outriders World Slayer is an enjoyable but unambitious expansion that improves the endgame while falling short in many of the same areas as the base game before it. The story is still pretty lackluster. Most boss fights are irritating slogs, and even with the added endgame grind, there isn't a ton of content to chew on. But most of what's been added is at least tons of fun. The improved options with PAX points, Ascension points, and Apocalypse items are a stat-obsessed player's dream, and had me tweaking my build for maximum devastation, and the Trial of Tara Gratar endgame dungeon is challenging and memorable, if also a bit repetitive. Still, getting another chance to run amok on Enoch was time well spent. So, my thing is, this already sounds better than anything that Marvel Avengers tried to do, and this is a paid expansion, mind you, but it's like, at least they understood that, hey, we need to improve on things that people like about our game. So, let's do that. But then again, this is also IGN that put out that same footage of Spider-Man with his really wonky web shooting. And all that. So I'm just, like, can't really count on IGN to be the definitive way of seeing a game for yourself. Or experiencing it for yourself. I'm just saying. But I don't see anything overly new as far as games are concerned. Still keeping an eye out for Ragnarok. Hopefully we'll get some info on that soon. Also, Gajeel, this week is when Anime Expo starts. Really hoping we get some Bleach news. Some Bleach video game news. That's what I want. I want to hear some Bleach video game news. Are we getting an RPG game or a Musou game? Stop making mobile games. There are already 2 separate Bleach mobile games. Well, 3 separate Bleach mobile games already on phones. We don't need more.
Cascade. I may have overestimated myself. One of us has to go.
Want everything anime?
Steady as stone. I'll catch up. But they still need me.
Wind blade.
But the plan was...
No! I was about to use my special on him. I got jumped. I got jumped. You want everything anime? I want a lot of things to be anime as well. I really do. I want a Bleach Muso game. I want a Naruto Muso game. My Hero Academia could work because I'm just not feeling the way they made that My Hero Academia game, that upcoming one, into a battle royale. That absolutely makes no sense because I mean you'll win if you play as All Might. I mean, come on, it's All Might. How are you going to balance that? But I want a lot of anime games to be Muso games or RPGs, not mobile games or battle royales or gacha games like they like to do. I want them to go the route that One Piece Odyssey is going. Because One Piece Odyssey is going to be an RPG, and the last time we got a definitive One Piece RPG was, I dare say, One Piece World Red or One Piece Unlimited Cruise. Unlimited World Red and One Piece Unlimited Cruise. Who told you could walk through that water that quickly? Want an open world One Piece like Assassin's Creed Black Flag? Let me ride the Sunny and plunder other pirates and marines? Oh, that would be fun! And when you're boarding ships, you can switch to either member of the Straw Hat crew and then go on their ship and just plunder them. Not just the Straw Hat crew, but other people as well. Ooh, that would be so cool. Or, how about this? A Bleach game where you get to train to be like a Shinigami. Like, you get to train to be like a Soul Reaper, like Rukia or Renji. And it's a what-if story, so you could become a captain if you want. You get to learn and make your own Bankai and stuff like that. Get to train under Genryu Sai and Kendo, or
now to start reeling them in.
Have sparring matches with other captains. Go out on missions in the human world to get rid of hollows. There's so much potential for what they could do for anime games that are not mobile games. They should do a Xenoverse type of game for Bleach and One Piece, like Xenoverse 2. Is that what you're meaning? Because we saw how that turned out. They're just milking Xenoverse continuously, adding more characters to Xenoverse 2, but they're barely doing anything for fighters or making any brand new Dragon Ball games.
Someone to fetch it.
Xenoblade's been out for like how many years? 3 years already? Okay, so I got this one. That one's on the other side. I can't get to that. Or can I? Maybe. Yes, but mostly for the mechanics. The mechanics for the game were really well done. I can agree with that. So make it like Xenoverse in terms of combat style, so you can assign your special moves to one, like your buttons and everything, from your Hados and Kidos and Bakudos. Wait, can I get out of here? Yeah, I can. Also, who you train with, so you can also get their abilities. Ah, I see what you mean. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Heat. Thank you. Thank you, Heat. It was getting mighty cold out here. So yeah, I can see, like, if you train with Frieza, you get to learn his moves in Xenoverse. If you train with, and in Bleach, if you train with, like, Mayuri Kurotsuchi, you could learn, like, his superhuman speed drug, and then you can move faster than everyone else. Hey, CJ, what's going on? Playing some Genshin, talking about Marvel's Avengers and their next clone, Jane Foster, and then we're talking about games that we could hopefully see at the Anime Expo happening from July 1st to the 4th of July. And this is also me trying to climb up this mountain so I can get to a nice, to a next checkpoint. Because I need to go up another adventure rank in order to get to the next story. But I gotta move quickly. I know I'm not far. If you train with Luffy, you get the different gears, or Kaido for Dragon Transformation or Haki. Like, if you train with Kaido, you learn how to use armament Haki imbuement for your weapons. And the like. Yes, there we go. Now I got the waypoint. Now I got the waypoint that's on the other side of the shield here. Cool. What in the world? I don't even know who you are, dude. Get off my phone and don't ever come back. And block that number. You ever get these random text messages saying, like, please open this link to unlock it. Unlock your account. And I'm like, what account? It doesn't say which. It's weird. But if you train with Luffy, you get to learn how to use, like, his gears. If you train with Kaido, you learn how to use advanced observation, advanced armament, advanced conquerors. If you train, and you get to learn some of his Devil Fruit abilities, such as Boro Breath or Raime Hokke. Like, if you train with some of the Yonko, you get to learn some of their most powerful moves. That's interesting. I like that idea. Hopefully we'll get a good, and let me say, good open world One Piece game. Because World Seeker, it was lacking. It was very much lacking. What manner of game are we talking about? Gajia was talking about earlier how a Bleach and One Piece game could do well. It could kind of do well if it was done in a Dragon Ball Xenoverse style. Also, my rank went up, so I got awards again. Or the highest tier for One Piece would be Roger. For Master for One Piece would be Roger and Whitebeard. Can you imagine learning skills from Roger or Whitebeard and he being your mentor as you learn some of his moves? And you learn Roger's Divine Departure, where it's just like one slash upwards and you send people flying. Or Whitebeard when he does, where he grabs the air and then just flips the world entirely. Can you imagine something like that? The prospect of being trained under Whitebeard and Roger would be high.
Why don't we do a bit of sunny work? Oh, what sort of work is that, you ask? Well, anything that makes you feel bright and sunny, too.
See? I like Noelle. She's nice. She's wholesome. And anytime she shows up, she's all like, well, what do you want to do today? Whatever makes you happy, that automatically makes it a good day. It's like, this is peaceful. No snarky remarks. She's just a professional. And she does it with service. She is the example of service with a smile. And that's why she's one of the most brokenest tanks in the entire game. Because you are not beating this woman. Can you imagine Roger as a Jedi? Ooh! Can we talk about Jedi games? Can we go back and talk about Jedi games? I probably would have associated that had I continued with Lego Star Wars. Well, she is a maid. Well, obviously, but she's just wholesome. But Jedi games.
I must leave no
We
stone
need
unturned.
more. Other than Jedi, Star Wars Jedi. Wait, I'm healing everyone when I'm doing this? I'm healing people by hitting people. I forgot. I forgot I could be healing. And this will heal everyone else. Because look at my health. It went back up. I was tempted to eat some food. But with Noelle here, I don't need to worry about eating. I just need to hit people.
Steady as stone.
Have I unlocked all of her constellations? I think I may have. When I was trying to pull for Yelena, I might have maxed out her and Barbara's. The Avengers trailer made your brain dull. It's all good, man. It's all good. It is all good. When you check out that game or anything it does make your brain feel like it's about to go to sleep, doesn't it? But I think I got all of her constellation maxed out. Hold on. Yeah, I do. So got your back. The chance of breastplate's healing effects activating is increased to 100%. Decreases the stamina consumption of Noelle's charged attacks by 20% and increases her charged attack damage by 15. Increases the level of breastplate by 3. Maximum upgrade level is 15. Breastplate duration expires, or as it's destroyed by damage, it will deal the 400% attack of geo damage to surrounding enemies. Increase the level of sweeping time by 3. Maximum upgrade level is 15. Sweeping time increases Noelle's attack by an additional 50% of her defense. Additionally, every opponent defeated during the skill's duration adds 1 second to the duration up to 10 seconds. Psycho says, it would be awesome if there's a Star Wars game that you can play and learn both the old Sith Lords and their history. See, we need a... What's a good comparison? I don't want to say... I gotta get to Phase 2 in order to level up some of her skills here. Character Ascension Phase 2. And I can level her up. Oh, wait. That's not too much more to get her leveled up and make her stronger. It's not too much. Level 33. I still need to ascend her at some point in the future. Collectible holocrons. See, here's what I'm thinking. I need 3 of these. I need some of these. I need this. What is this? Balsid Pillar dropped by level 30 plus Geo Hypostasis. And then this. Dropped by level 40 Geo Hypostasis. Hypostasis is for her to be ascended to her next rank. While I'm here, using Elemental Burst restores 20% HP, increases incoming healing by 20%. Oh, okay. I need to level up some of these things for her to make her a much stronger tank. Yes! Increase her power! Increase your power! But I really want a Star Wars game that's like, you have a template. You can either go dark side or light side or both, and we just let you out loose onto the world. Your interactions with people determine how the story progresses. I feel like I'm describing Knights of the Old Republic. Knights of the Old Republic and Knights of the Old Republic 2. But it's an open world game. It's not like a turn-based game, but completely open world. And you get to experience what it's like to be at the pinnacle of the dark side, or the pinnacle of the light side. Lots of lightsaber styles that you can incorporate into your combat. The combat is patterned off of Platinum Games and how seamlessly they're able to make combat mechanics in that game. Lots of outfits you can wear. You can make yourself look like a Jedi from the movies, or Jedi from the past, or Sith from the movies, or Sith from the past. So many different force powers you could learn. Force speed, or force push, and telekinesis. You can actually use telekinesis and throw things around the room. You can get higher levels of using the force, such as you start out with level 1, like Padawan level telekinesis, and then it gets up to master and grandmaster, and then you're able to throw multiple things at once, like Palpatine was throwing the senator floating chairs at the end, near the end of episode 3. Would you be able to do or summon Solnados like Force Storms? That'd be kind of OP. I would call that one of your ultimate moves that you could learn. Like one of your ultimate Jedi moves that just basically lets you heal yourself all the way back up again. Like Force Meditation or something like that. No, that could be like your basic moves. I'm just coming up with these ideas on the fly right now. But it's interesting to think about what a full-fledged, imagine Force Unleashed, but it's open world, and you can keep upgrading your powers to a high degree, just more and more and more. I want to feel the true power of a Force user in a Star Wars game. I don't want to feel the power of someone who's just rudimentally, or you can pull a huge ship out of the sky. Can I talk about something? Who's seen Obi-Wan? I need to say something. Can I say something about Obi-Wan? I need to say something about Obi-Wan since I've already watched the entire series already. I need to say something about Obi-Wan. Please, someone let me know if you have not watched Obi-Wan, but I want to say something that I find extremely cool, that I liked about Obi-Wan. I really want to say this. I really want to. Oh wait. Oh snap! I can get a better version. I can get a better version of the teapot. I can get a better version of the teapot. I can get a better version of the teapot. I can get a better version of the teapot. Let's go for the defense version. Let's switch that one, so you can have more defense. I'm gonna make you the tankiest maid in all of Mondstadt. No consumables, Fine. Let us make sure there are none left over. So 3-star. I know that you'll be able to do Obi-Wan's Force Repulse ability from the... Look... I don't want to say anything about Obi-Wan because I don't know if anyone's actually seen the series yet. But there are things that are done by Vader, and there are things that are done by Obi-Wan that I would love to see translated into video game form. That's the angle that I'm getting at. There are many things that were done using the Force in that show that I think would work really well as video game mechanics. Okay, that's the limit for her teapot. That's 2 right there. I could increase that a little bit more. Elemental Mastery. Attack. It's already high enough. I don't want to mess with it too much. So you're trying to make her Black Clover strong? I wouldn't say Black Clover strong. But I am trying to make her extremely tanky. And since this is right here, and I have better version, I think I have better versions up top. What is this? Traveling Dr. Silver Lotus. Do I have a traveling? Yes, I have a traveling Dr. Silver Lotus, a 3-star up here. Excellent. So now we can go ahead and upgrade this one. Oh, wait. I should have looked for one that had defense on it. And I don't have one that has defense. Ah, well. Now she has Elemental Mastery along with more HP. Make you stronger. Asta versus Ichigo, who you got? I don't know where the story of Black Clover is right now. Is it still ongoing? Is Black Clover over? The manga, not the anime, but... Is the Black Clover manga over? Or is it still going? Get off of my phone, scam. Be gone. It's still ongoing. It's still ongoing. But I don't know where Asta lays as far as his power is concerned. Now, Ichigo was already powerful near at the end of Bleach when he pretty much sliced a person that could affect all of reality. And with the help of Aizen, he took him out. So I would... I mean... I can't really say who would win between Asta versus Ichigo if I don't know the fullest extent of Asta's power in the story. I would have to read Black Clover myself to see where Asta stands. So I can't really give you an answer on that definitively, CJ, yet until I find out where Asta stands power-wise in comparison to Ichigo. So I'm just going to have to get back to you on that for the next stream. Okay. And then I have the Unforged here. I got all these big old weapons, but the Unforged is good for her. Increases shield strength by 20%. Scoring hits on opponents. Increases attack by 4% for 8 seconds. Max 5 stacks can only occur once every 0.3 seconds. While protected by a shield, this attack increase effect is increased by 100%. And since she has her own shield, this Claymore is perfect for Noelle. But I need... Ooh! I need to be adventure rank 25 in order to ascend this even higher! I like... Okay, then we need to get stronger then. I definitely need to make her stronger. And apparently I got another achievement. What did I do? Oh, wait. Complete the land of the monoliths. I forgot. And did I ever mark... No, I didn't. I didn't even mark this one. We'll mark this one, get that waypoint. And I need to be finding more and more of those little arrow oculi in order to increase my stamina even further. Because I haven't increased it to the max yet. Wow, the wind seems to be blowing really hard outside. Really hope there's not a storm picking up at any point. I really hope not. But going back to the Jedi game thing, I feel like... Okay, so am I the only person that likes playing video games where the character you make is... You start off weak, really, and I mean really, really weak. This is the reason why I like the Souls games and whatnot. But you start off undeniably weak. But over time, as you level up and become stronger, you start to get ridiculously strong. to the point where enemies that used to give you a hard time in the beginning, they're basically ants compared to you. And when I mean ants, I mean they could hit you and no damage would happen. I'm trying to remember what game I played recently where enemies would hit me, but they couldn't even damage me at all. I'm trying to remember what game was I playing? There was a game I was playing on my usual lineup where people were trying to hit me, but they couldn't even damage me because I was just that strong. In comparison to their... Hold on, give me a sec, everybody.
You seem tired. Would you like some tea? I'll brew you some. Do you take sugar? 1 cube or 2?
Alright, I'm back. But Skyrim, that's not Skyrim. I haven't played Skyrim ever since they released their PS5 version. I'm trying to remember what game I was playing. Oh, I remember Kakarot, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. When you get your characters to a high enough level in Kakarot, when you go down to lower levels, you are not getting damaged at all. It's like that one scene from Dragon Ball Z Abridged, when Goku and Vegeta, or at least Piccolo and Goku, are trying to punch Broly, and all you hear is just the slaps of... And they're trying to punch him, but all you hear is just tiny little slaps. In Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, when your level is higher, much higher than an enemy's, like say for example, I have Goku and Vegeta currently at like level 200 and something, I believe. And when I go down to double-digit enemies, they cannot damage me at all. Because I'm just that much more vastly powerful than them. I like games like that. Not saying that games that just instantly make you powerful and no one can ever touch you is what I like. I like being able to make my person so powerful that they can end up at that point. And only enemies that are my same level or stronger than me can give me that challenge I need. Because there's nothing worse than playing a video game where you're playing as characters that you know are powerful, and you level them up, but even the most basic enemies give you a massive annoyance. The only exception to this rule are the Souls games from Software. It's meant to be that way. But even then, when you level up, you still end up being vastly superior to like starting enemies once you level yourself up to a high enough degree. They're the only exceptions to this rule. But games that give you superpowers or whatever, there should never be a moment where it's like, wow, I don't feel strong at all doing all this. That's just one example. So when I see superhero games and they're RPG-like, I expect to be able to be incredibly powerful. Not powerful as like, oh, you need to be slightly more powerful than your enemies because of balance reasons. There's nothing balanced about being a superhero, but even the most basic of enemies can still give you trouble. That's not balance. That's artificial difficulty because the person who created it was not imaginative enough or creative enough. Hey, you dropped some stuff. Let me get it. Those are the type of games that I like. Games that can allow you and give you the option of being incredibly powerful by the end of it all. That's the reason why I like Muso games that allows you to have high levels. Games like Warriors Orochi or Dynasty Warriors, and even Fire Emblem's Three Hopes on the Switch. It appears to look like you can make yourself incredibly powerful. That's what I like.
In a day's work.
Don't just give me artificial difficulty and lackluster power. Give me real power so that I have something to go after. Like, if I see gear that says, hey, you're going to be able to do all this and it's going to make you incredibly powerful, I want to feel that power. Don't give me, like, legendary stuff and then it ends up feeling, wow, I got this legendary stuff and the only thing that's gone up is the number of how much power I have, but my power is still the exact same because I'm still having difficulty against these stupid robots from AIM. I'm sorry, I went off. I went off completely. Please forgive me. That is not the angle I was trying to go. But those are the types of games that I like. I will always be a massive fan of Muso games. At least they're very good ones. Where the mechanics are good. Adepti?
Time to clean up.
I still see you! You ain't hiding!
You can't run from debt.
Thank you! Noelle proving once again why she's the best tank. But yeah, those are the types of games that I like. I love RPGs because they give you a sense of, hey, over time you can make yourself stronger, and that's what I enjoy. I enjoy getting stronger. The prospect of being more powerful than my enemies at some point excites me. That is my bread and butter. Skill trees are my kryptonite. A game that gives me a bunch of skill trees that I can work with. And it's not just, oh, you can only have this turned on and you can only have that turned on. No, let me turn on everything. I want to see how powerful I can be with everything turned on. Those types of things are my favorite things to look out for. That's just me personally, but those types of games always get my attention. That's the reason why I'm keeping an eye out for Sonic Frontiers, because he has skill trees. And I've been hearing that one of the things I've been hearing about Sonic Frontiers is that some people may be concerned about his speed. I'm no longer concerned about his speed anymore like I was originally.
Wonderful.
But apparently, there are ways that you can tweak the settings for Sonic. So if you want to go a more action-oriented route, you can toggle those. And if you want to go a speed-oriented route, you can toggle that as well. So if you want to go through the game playing as Sonic at a fast speed, it makes it seem like you should be able to toggle that stuff on and off again.
Leave it all to me. Yeah. Someone needs assistance.
Is that like an elemental? Yes, it is. There's actually a dossier about it.
All in a day's work.
Let me bring it up. Let me bring up the dossier. Dossier! Enhance 12 artifacts to level 4. Oh, I still need to do my chapters in order to get through these. I forgot. And lastly, I need to collect 10 rewards from Blossoms of Wealth or Blossoms of Revelation, and then clear Spiral Abyss 1 through 3. And then I get all the awards that are there on the side. Wait, is that a... What is that reward? What is that reward over there on the side? It won't let me check! I want to check! I can't check them, though.
Leave it to me. All of it. Whatever.
Oh, these are the geohypostases. Okay, where is it? Remember fighting those in Final Fantasy 12 and other games? It's on this list somewhere. It's not a slime. It's not a specter either. Actually, where is my archive? Archive is a better place to go. Okay, living beings. Eye of the Storm. Corporeal form of extremely high quality anemo energies. The formation of an Eye of the Storm indicates that the elemental ley lines of a region are blocked, which has led to siltation. Its reckless, heedless wielding of storms that all but sweeps people off their feet may be due to its nature as a symbol of the world stricken by malaise.
Really is it. I didn't quite catch your request.
Then we got one of those guys floating out there. Oh, there's the rain. Okay, so I grabbed these. Oh, I need to get the one that's out here on Wangshu. So let's teleport over here. Family's out getting food. A good 2 hours of me playing through Genshin, but quite a few of it was me ranting about Avengers. I apologize, everyone. Especially those who hear me talk about Avengers all the time, and some may get tired of me talking about it. But it's just... As a person that kind of fell for... Oh, wait. Hold up. I saw some more Geo over here. I need to be putting these things and finding them so I can increase my stamina overall. Geoculus! And then Anemoculus for the Mondstadt area. But apologies to everyone if you're constantly hearing me say something. Constantly saying stuff about Avengers and whatnot. Just entirely disappointed on what that game could have been. But back to what I was saying about power in video games. I love video games that just give me the power and ability to just be absurdly powerful by the end. Not saying you need to be super powerful by the beginning, but they give me the tools necessary to make myself overpowered. Like say for instance, you get items, there's no set limit to how high you can make your defense. Well then, you have a way of constantly increasing your defense by way of items. Like the way you do it in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is you have Chi-Chi cook food for you.
Like some tea?
And the different types of food items you have.
1 cube or 2?
Pardon me, Noelle, please excuse me. The different types of foods you eat give you different types of permanent buffs. So theoretically, if you cooked an almost limitless amount of food and you fed it to either Goku, Gohan, Piccolo, Krillin, or Gotenks, you could, in theory, increase your defense to the point where nothing could ever beat you. But it would just take a very, 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 very long time to do so. But the fact that the game gives you that as an option is what I like. The option to make yourself fundamentally overpowered. Not just powerful enough as far as the game sees as powerful, or whoever developed the game and sees as powerful, but power in a sense that you could make yourself, if you chose to go down that long road, make yourself powerful enough where nothing could ever faze you ever again. Now, some people may wonder, well, where's the fun in that? There's plenty fun in making yourself just an invincible, almost unstoppable person. I do it every single time I play Skyrim. The ability to use alchemy, to make yourself so fundamentally strong that I can make my health regenerate the moment I'm hit by anything. Especially if you use the alchemy loop, you could just fundamentally make it so that your armor is indestructible, and I could play the game on its highest legendary difficulty against ancient dragons, which are the most powerful dragons, but the armor I make for myself makes it so that you cannot kill me whatsoever. Just the prospect of being able to, you know, make myself powerful just for the sake of it.
No stone unturned.
The fact that they give you the option to do so, that's what I love.
Let me amuse myself a little.
Blink.
Boring.
I'll catch up.
Boring.
Steady as stone.
Sorry, but you're not beating Noelle. She's the invincible maiden.
Shine no longer.
Invincible maiden. And the fact that I can make her stronger and stronger over and over and over again. That's what I like. See, this is what I like. You start off weak, and then over time, as long as you persevere, you can make yourself stronger to the point where enemies that used to give you tons of trouble, they no longer are that big of a nuisance. That is what I like. Everyone may not agree with that idea, like, well, where's the challenge? I'm just saying, the option alone is what appeals to me. Because if I want to just go through the game as the game intended, not being OP and over or anything, I'll be fine with that. But I would very much love the idea. I very much love the idea that, hey, if you want to go down that extra route, if you want to go that extra mile, then you can make yourself just as broken as possible. And we encourage it. Those are the types of games that I love. I'm guessing where I need to go is up there then. Yep, it's up there. CJ, Godgil, Skeleton, Psycho, and everyone else who's here. It is really surreal, and I was having this conversation with my family this morning about how these days, these last 4 days of me working, are going to be the last 4 days that I am overall, Geosigil, are going to be dealing with, I can't be on the stream long because I got a shift later tonight. It's going to be the last time I have to deal with it. Once Friday is past, I'm done. And I never have to worry about my stream getting interrupted because I have a later shift in the day ever again. I am excited. but it's just surreal thinking that all these things that used to annoy me, and how many streams did I have to end prematurely because I had to get ready for work? Too many to count. But now I've entered into a new phase of my life where I can look at that. I'm going to be seeing that from a past memory. And it's how you say, cathartic. To just think about it. And now all of a sudden the rain is sort of let up just a little bit. Going in these areas kind of reminds me of the setting of Sekiro, just a little bit. Only, you know, more colorful and not filled with blood and gore and, you know, massive dudes with spears trying to kill you.
Leave it all to me.
Never underestimate the power of the invincible maid. Always fear the maid and butler characters in video games and anime. I mean, example, Sebis from Overlord, Roberta from Black Lagoon, Walter C. Dornez from Hellsing Ultimate, Sebastian from, what is it? Not Black Butler. Was it Black Butler? I want to say Sebastian from Black Butler. That is the correct series, right? Just fear the people who wear those outfits, because they wear them for a reason, and fear them when they go into a battlefield wearing nothing but that. Fear them extra, because that means that they don't need armor to see themselves through a situation. They just need to wear their best clothes so that when they walk out of there, well, it wouldn't be a pretty sight. Alfred, oh yeah, he even knocked out Superman once. You can't get any more awesome as a butler than being able to knock out Superman.
Steady as stone. As a good knight should. Someone needs assistance.
And it's not her. Ooh, that was perfectly timed too. Kills him. Oh, someone needs assistance. But it isn't for me.
A little dusty. Best give it a spring cleaning.
That was basically Noel saying, he needs some milk. It's a nice view. Look at this view. Look at this view. Look at this view that I just found. This is a beautiful game, and I haven't even scratched the surface. I haven't even unlocked. Like, look, there's the inn from all the way out there. Destruct, if you somehow reach the end of this video, if you were to watch this in your spare time, That's how big this world is, because the inn I started this stream on is all the way out there, and then out there is other places I've been, and then where's the giant mountain for Liyue? The town of Mondstadt is all the way out there. Hold on. Let me go to the side and zoom in. The town of Mondstadt is all the way out there. You see that little increase on the hill there? That little crest cliff? The entire city of Mondstadt is right there. And the thing is, I can just travel. I can just run and go over there. Yeah, it's a far ways off.
Me. All of it. Whatever it is. What exactly is it? I didn't quite catch your request.
I was about to say, they got the camera kind of close. But then it started to slowly zoom out, so we're fine. But we got a Geoculus over here somewhere. Ah, there it is. Which means, like, well, first, we'll grab this. Geo Sigil. We'll climb back up here and then float down to where it is. Because it's in the middle of a ravine and no one has a big old long jump that I can use. Perfect. Alright, what other region have I not touched yet? I have not seen that. But I can get there from another place. This, Hidden Palace of Guizhong Formula. Navigate there. Want to try to plant... okay. What were you saying, CJ, earlier? You was talking about been quite rainy in your area too lately. Should rain again a little later today. At least you won't have to flower and plant as much. Starting a mango plant so the rain is great. Ooh, mangoes. I have yet to try a mango by itself. Like, I want to try different fruits by themselves. Not to have them mixed into anything, but just try the fruits by themselves. Just to see how they taste by themselves. An Adeptus dude? Adeptus dude?
I must leave no stone unturned.
Leaving so soon. Prepare yourself.
Ha! Like, I want to try out different fruits I've never tried before. Just by themselves, just to see how they taste overall. Not bananas, though, because, you know, obviously, I'm allergic. But I want to try out just blueberries on their own. I'm just be honest, there's a lot of fruits that I've never tried by themselves that I really would like to just try. Alfred is one of the OG kick-butt butlers. I mean, who else can say that they're the butler? Who else can say that they're the butler to Batman? And Batman respects Alfred. There's very few people that Batman respects, but if Batman knows what's good for him, he'll never mistreat Alfred. Oh, that goes somewhere important. But are these locked where I can't get in them? How do I open this up? I might need to change my party because I don't have flames. I don't have a flame! And I already have Yelena, so let's add Yanfei.
Ready for trial.
Thank you, Yanfei. Let any who follow in the footsteps of the immortals kowtow before the treasure's gate. They all went out. What am I doing? What am I doing wrong? Hidden Palace of Guizhong. Though it may seem like a clear pond, the amount of treasures hidden below is enough to drive a person mad. Unfortunately, few who can decipher its secrets remain. You've had all those fruits and berries by themselves. There's a recipe online for blueberry cobbler that you wish to try soon. I'm gonna be trying to work on learning how to cook a lot better since I'm gonna soon have a lot of free time on my hands. But it'll give me enough time to learn how to actually cook a lot better. So when food is being cooked downstairs, I am definitely going to learn how to cook better for myself, because once I get out on my own, I want to take those skills with me instead of, trying to get a microwave all the time. I want to be able to cook for myself some good food. Hidden Palace of Guangzhong. Okay, light up 3 pillars. Ah, I get it. Aha! No, I didn't mean to do that one. No. Aha! Hidden Palace of Guizhong formula. Have I ever made or had quiche or frittata before? Quiche is very good. Quiche is very good. I love quiche. I like quiche. Quiche is good. Now we can't access this quite yet, but at least I have it unlocked. Alright, cancel navigation. So at least I made it there. So now we'll navigate to the domain of Forsaken Ruins from this place. I forgot the name of it immediately. My bad. Oh, we have a spot? What's this spot? Viewpoint! It's in broad daylight, even though it's nighttime. Okay, so where I need to go is right over there. Oh, sweet. That worked out well.
Valuables and a trove of potential clues.
Should try it out, especially if I have some spare tart or pie pans. I'll try it out.
I'll catch up.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this domain so it can be here. And then I'll call it a session there since I got food coming up and you guys know how much I don't like to eat and play at the same time. So the domain is actually below?
Another test subject. That tingle?
As a dutiful maid would.
Wrong test subject.
Fear the maid! For she is strong. And we're gonna leave that where it is. And yeah, alright, we found the domain place. That's where I am going to call it. So let me come over here so I can give myself a nice good viewpoint. We'll continue this stream, we'll continue this type of stream a little bit later. Hopefully I'm not in a disadvantageous place. Why? I'm trying to have a nice peaceful outro before I eat.
Ooh, wonderful.
Alright, so that chest is done. Let me beat these people up real quick and then I'll call it a session, because my food just arrived.
Steady as stone.
There's no end to this.
Another test subject. Suffocate. Freeze.
Someone needs...
Have a taste of this!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Leave it all to me.
Invincible maiden!
Picked the wrong test subject.
You bet you did. Needless to say, yeah. I'm actually a really big fan of Noelle, a lot more than I was before. But this is where I'm going to call it a session now for today, ladies and gentlemen. A good, how long was this? About a good 2 hours, 26 minutes? Yeah, good 2 hours. And when is my reflection supposed to be? On a Thursday. Okay, that works out well. I'm figuring out when I'm going to do my One Piece reflections that day, since I'll have it off. So what I will do first on that day, since I'll be doing the reflections of the One Piece chapters we had in June, I'll do my Jujutsu Kaisen read-through first, and then later I'll do my One Piece reflections after. So that way I can just go as long as I need to on that day to talk about all the chapters that we got in One Piece. So that's pretty much the game plan for tomorrow. Haven't decided on what game I'll probably start playing. I might try and boot up Sifu again, to see if I can finally beat Yang, because I have an idea in mind of what I can use in order to beat him, but I just need to put it into action, and I really need to start refining my parries in order to take him down. So tomorrow I might end up playing Sifu just to see if I can finally beat Yang, because I feel like I want to beat Sifu first before I start playing Returnal, because I don't want to keep adding onto the backlog of games that I have by constantly playing new and new games without finishing previous ones. So I want to finish Sifu first, and then I'll start playing Returnal. So tomorrow we'll play some more Sifu, see about how far we can get with that, and if I manage to beat Sifu, then that gives way to Returnal. But for now, this is where I'm going to call it a session, everyone. My food is here, my food is hot, and I am ready to eat. So all I can say is, firstly, thank you everyone for coming out to watch me today. I look forward to the days where I'm going to be able to do these so much longer, so many more streams, so many more videos that I want to do for you guys, and it's just going to be a great week. I already know it is. I feel like it's going to be incredibly fun, not only for you guys, but also for me. But overall, all I can say at the end of the day is, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you saw here today, then like, subscribe, and maybe even consider becoming a member, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples!